Hello sustainers, I am Denis G, also known as the Agricultural Eagle, the project coordinator of Sustain Africa. Welcome to a pepper farm. This is pepper farm, and I want to tell you some of the reasons or some of the mistakes in this pepper farm. You know, agricultural production or crop production must follow good agricultural practices for us to have optimal results. For instance, looking at this farm, you see that the planting distances were not obeyed. Most especially, the interline spacing. Look at this. Online, the spacings are not the way it ought to be. Because of this stuff, there's easy spread of diseases. You see this canopy, for instance, look at this plant. This plant is suffering from cramp coupled with fungi. You can look at the leaves, look at the leaf structure. It's suffering from cramp, and this leaf structure, you look at the dark spots. This is a fungal infestation. This is rust. And if you check, majority of the farm is suffering from this same effect. Because of what? Because of these spacing distances were not obeyed. Just look at it. This plant to this next plant is not up to 1 meter. But ideally, a pepper plant online is supposed to be 1 meter. So online is supposed to be like interline spacing is supposed to be 1.5 to ensure prevent canopy overlapping. When the leaf falls on this leaf, if this plant is infested with any pest or any disease, there will be that transfer, that tendency to transfer disease. That aspect, you see that another reason here will be the competition will be reduced for sunlight, for nutrients, for other aspects. So it is important for us to follow good agricultural practices like planting distances. They need to be obeyed, and if planting distances are obeyed, the way this plant will produce will be different from the way it is, because it will give it an allowance for it to spread out. But now there is some sort of competition. This canopy with this canopy, you see that there's an overlapping effect. So this one is resisting this one to grow outwardly. So you see, this you cannot really distinguish. It's like this plant is like this one, and you see that same rust is coming on this plant. You see the effect? Yeah, because this one has been affected. It's trying to cross to the next plant. So because of that reason, there is easy disease spread. Like fungal diseases, those fungal spores, they are carried by wind. So as it comes like that, it just goes easily. But if these planting distances were obeyed, like let's say 1 meter apart, it's that aspect of disease spread will be minimized. This touching aspect will be reduced. This canopy will be reduced. So the message goes back to most agricultural engineers or most field technicians taking a project or trying to work on things that is good to do proper supervision. They don't economize land and reduce production. I know some of the reasons that people do all what they do is because they want, let's say you take half hectare, you want, instead of planting about, let's say 4,000 stems of pepper in that piece of land, or let's say 8,000 pieces of stems of pepper, you want to plant more because you want to expect higher yield. No, it is not the stems that enter the hectare of land that are going to have production, but it is how you space it and how you manage. Management is very important, and the good agricultural practice that you put in place, that's why you have good yield. It is for this reason that Sustain Africa was created to reduce this effect or the struggle that farmers go through or most investors go through. Getting the right people in place will go a long way to increase productivity. So Sustain Africa over the years have been working with farmers, immensely with farmers, to do what? To provide technical assistance to enable increase in production, like farm management. For instance, if Sustain Africa was there from the beginning of this pepper farm, you don't see what you are seeing. Why? And I mentioned about the spacing, the planting distances. If Sustain Africa was there, you know that they will have given the right recommendation on how spacing will have done. doing the right kind of spacing will go a long way to give the right kind of yield that is intended in this farm. Now, look at the disease infestation. Now, they are not available because what we do normally is we do partnership. Like every monthly, like other farms that Sustain Africa work with, every month they go to inspect what is happening on the field. So you see that if bringing Sustain Africa on the field from the beginning, if at all this project was handled by Sustain from the beginning, we not see all what we are seeing, because automatically with inspections you do prophylactic treatment to make sure that to prevent certain diseases from emerging. But you see that now this rust is taking over the whole field. You can see if you go to inside the field, you see most of those diseases, they are inside. So it's taking all over the whole field, and which is not a good practice. And because of it, even the fruit size have been retarded. Look at the fruit size. This is not how a pepper fruit is supposed to be. You see, the size is not the best. You see the size, it's not the best. You see even the leaves, this is not how a pepper leaf is supposed to be. The leaf has been affected just because of lack of consultancy. So because lack of the right experts in place. When the right experts are in place, the production will also be in place, the yield will also be in place, and the monetary value that the investor get from the farm, they will make the investor to be happy. So I believe that with this, we need experts in place to make sure that we have the right income that we need.